So are green units bad game design? In this video, I'm going to be doing a few things. I'm going to be doing a chapter 10 deathless guide on a fresh save and also discussing a more universal concept for people who aren't here for triangle strategy. So if you play any tactical games, whether it be Fire Emblem or games like Triangle Strategy, there are often green units on certain maps, and these are units that cannot die, that have to be protected, and if they die, you lose, and they have a tendency of being suicidal. So they can be kind of annoying to play around, and they generally cause a lot of frustration to players, I would say, more so than create like interesting and fun situations or maps. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the pros and cons of these units, what they actually cause on the battlefield, essentially. So for cons, we'll start with the cons because I think this is more relevant to the discussion. So what are the cons of green units? For the first one, I would say they're unpredictable. They often rush suicidally into large volumes of enemy forces, forcing you to charge with them. In this case, I'd actually beat this map without anyone dying, and this guy, Svarog, creatively lost the map by pushing up here and attacking an enemy that counterattacks him every single turn. And even though I had that enemy blinded with my archer Hewitt, he still was taking tons of damage from getting counterattacked, and he actually killed himself. So every like 90% of the enemy forces were destroyed, they were killed, and he took it upon himself to lose the match for me. So definitely not. I'm like on the fence as to whether or not I like them or not, like these green units. But they definitely are unpredictable, and they often force you to charge in with them, that's something I'm definitely not a fan of. So that's the first point. The first con. The second con, they do not work off of you or attempt to understand what you are doing. So this is more of like a programming issue. The AI seems to just be like generic, like battle AI, where it's just like, oh, cool, I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna go attack enemies. Like that's what they do. Like they're like programmed to just attack enemies. They don't care about anything else. So they really don't care if you're flanking, if you're holding a position. They will just charge in. This is like the main feature of these units and why people tend to not like them. So that's another thing going against them, I would say. The third thing, you have no control or influence over their actions. This is one of the more annoying things. Like, I'm not saying give me control of them, but at least let me tell them to be offensive, defensive, be like slow push, meaning like attack things and don't push up too far ahead, but still push up. Like, it'd be nice if you had any control, but the game is just like, nah, dude, you don't need control at all. Like, you just straight up have zero, and that's kind of annoying because it's a tactical game. So if I had an army and you were going to fight with my army and it was just like you and two other people and I had an army of like 1,000 people, you'd probably be like, all right, what's the plan? You wouldn't just be like, all right, we're just going to rush in to 1,000 enemies and hope for the best and just pray that they don't kill us. It's like, no, you would die. People have this thing called instinct and self-preservation that they want to not die, generally speaking. And I would say most things, like most green units, don't have this. So this looks a little dangerous. Actually, this is dangerous. I was hoping I could hit that one guy, but I guess we can just kill this dude, which is fine. Thin their numbers a bit. Okay. Point number 4. In some situations, you can use abilities or spells to reposition them to prevent them from losing the battle. This is true of like Fire Emblem. There's like warp and rescue. In Triangle Strategy, there's like teleports. So there are some abilities that you can mitigate this problem of them just like rushing in. Con number 4, I would say they never have good AI that is reasonable. It seems to be recycled generic attacking enemy AI where it's just like attack. Like it just wants to rush in and essentially kill. It's just like mindlessly bloodthirsty. This looks like a bad idea, but I'm actually going to teleport him out. Alright, so there he goes. Gets his cool little attack off, kills the guy. Alright, then I can in tandem him to safety. See, this is the difference between like a player rushing and an AI rushing. Like I actually can control what I'm going to do to the point where it's not suicidal. So I actually have a plan for when I'm rushing in. I'm not just like mindlessly putting a unit in danger. So there he goes. All right, then we have Huet over here. So check this out. We can push over here. We can hopefully get a immobilize on him. Nice. Now he can't move. So pushing with strategy. So something the green AI never does is use strategy. It just kind of like rushes, and it seemingly wants to die. Like every like Fire Emblem game I play where there's green AI, it just rushes into like 20 enemies, and you have to like deal with its crazy strategy. And then if you don't, then you just lose, which is stupid. Just get more health on rolling there. Okay, so con number 5, then we'll go into the pros, because there actually are some pros. It's not just pure downside. So what are some of the upsides? Or I'm sorry, the last downside, then the upsides. All right. They rarely actually help you in battle. This is con number 5. And often are more of a problem creation mechanism that continually creates bad situations for you, counteracting your good positional play and tactics. I would say this is the average case. Triangle strategy, some of the green AI isn't as bad. Like at least with this guy, we have a few turns before he jumps in, so I can kind of attempt to get control of the situation. I can try to get off as much damage as I can before things go nuts. I'm actually going to push up. Do I want to do this? I can always teleport him out. I want to get damage off, so I'm going to push a mage up, which is probably a bad idea. This guy's dead. Yeah, we can... Check this out. We can probably Fury these. I'm going to do this right away. We're just going to get him out of here. Just teleport him back. All right, and then our tank is going to move in. So we probably want to grab as many things as we can. Probably this, maybe. I want to get archers. Yeah, let's do this. Let's get the archers. Because getting a shield guy doesn't matter. Let's see if we can get these. Nice, dude. That's perfect. And then he has the other mage is frozen, so he should be fine. Scorch these. Actually, these are all... I can get hit by turn 2. I don't know that she can tank it. She's under-leveled right now, so we'll just do this. Hit them for some damage. All right, what are the pros of green units? Oh, Jesus, this guy's getting low, dude. My tank is getting low HP. Luckily, I can heal him with an ability. Okay, so pros, it's not all downsides. For the first pro, I have they force the player to pay attention to them and act on what they do rather than what the player wants to do. So it kind of forces you to change your playstyle for like a mission or two, because you're put in a position where the AI on your team is just like desperately trying to more or less lose you the match. So you have to really pay attention and be careful. Otherwise, you will lose. Please hit. Oh, I should have threw a stone. That's annoying. All right, let's kill this guy. Just shoot him twice. So that is one thing that's good, because I think in general in strategy games, people have a tendency to always want to do certain things. So forcing the player to do different things usually is a good thing. Some damage off, kill a guy. All right, for pro number 2, sometimes they're somewhat helpful or have a plan that is actually useful, making protecting them rewarding. So in Fire Emblem 3 Houses, there's actually a I'm trying to think what to do here. Let's do this. Heal this guy. In Fire Emblem 3 Houses, there's a map where if you protect an NPC, a green NPC, it makes winning the entire match easier, but it's like slightly challenging to protect this NPC. So that's definitely something that's pretty rewarding in a way. So there are things where if you protect a dude, you do get rewarded, and when that's the case, I think it's amazing. I think it's like one of the best things ever. However, right now, I'm a little worried that this dude's gonna die because he's just exposed himself to the entire enemy team. So even though I've been carefully chipping away at these, luckily both these archers are furied, but he should be fine actually. But because I'm accounting for his tendency to rush in, I'm basically forced to be more aggressive. These dudes taking a lot of damage. My tank is getting like nuked to hell. I think I can hit these safely from here. Yeah, let's put some damage on these. Alright, she can not really do too much. Maybe throw a stone. So when they're actually useful, I think it's good game design. When they're not, I think it's bad. Like when they don't actually do something good and they're just like a pure liability, I think that's annoying. I think you should be rewarded for protecting them. Because the alternative is that you're just kind of punished, which is not fun, generally, at least in my opinion. Alright, so he's going to die if I don't heal him, so he's going to heal himself. He's just going to chill out here, though, because we're going to start killing these, which is good. These guys are dead. Nice. That elite blade is pretty healthy there. He counterattacks, so I have to be careful with who attacks him. I still have a decoy, which is surprising. We want to kill this as fast as humanly possible. Okay, so the final pro, and this is the end of this section of the video, they can create unique challenges that aren't often present, introducing an element of extreme chaos. So this is one thing that I actually don't mind about them, is that they can essentially create chaos on the battlefield and force you to think about things differently and to handle situations in a different way. And that is one thing I do enjoy about the green units. I'm just trying to see what makes the most sense to do here. Can I hit on this dude? All right, I guess I'll just stab him. We just need to last hit that. That elite guy has a lot of... Those are the elite guys are the biggest threat, so we gotta kill those. All right, he's gone. Okay, we're slowly getting there. I still have to be careful. The green guy's gonna try to get himself killed, which is standard, which is very annoying. My dude here can catch a heal. If I push up here, this could be good AoE damage. I'm gonna take a risk here and go for this. Or maybe I shouldn't. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, it's probably not the best thing to do that. He can just hawk dive someone. Maybe hawk dive an archer from here. Yeah, I like that better. Let's try to kill an archer. So you can see here, even though the green AI is just trying to rush in, at least they accommodate for the design. I guess that's another con or another pro. If the actual like level allows you to do a few things before the green AI starts going nuts, that's better because at least you can plan around it and do something about it. Whereas if it's like turn one, they're just like trying to get killed. It can be quite annoying. So that's like definitely. Oh, he's weak to fire. Let's hit him with fire. It can be annoying to deal with them when they're just suicidal though, and then that's like turn one, they're like already trying to get killed. So you can see in this case they have some reinforcements, and we have to manage killing them as well as pushing and keeping the dude alive. But it looks like this is probably better. Just kill these, damage the other archer. Let's get rid of these stupid archers. Hopefully provoke them. I can catch a heal from Piccoletta. Dang, 0 provokes? Come on, dude. I have his back exposed because he actually takes less damage from getting hit in the back, which makes no sense. He has an ability that it halves back damage, and crits are 30% damage increase, I believe. So, or even if it might be 50. Oh wait, Serenoa's about to die. Oh shit. All right, Serenoa. Okay, he can survive. If I go here, that's pretty risky. I can throw a stone. Serenoa will heal himself. Throw a firestone. If I go here, the decoy will actually kill this, but then the boss might actually mess up Roland, so I have to be pretty careful here. And then I think you throw a stone from here? No. Oh wait, she can. Oh no, she can. She can throw a stone on this. That'll help. Deals good damage against shield users. Alright, then Huette. If I rotate her down, she's going to get hit really hard. However, I can do this, which is awesome. If I can get immobilized on this, nice, dude. Now that makes it so he can't push up, so we can be a little bit more safe. A heal. I probably should do this. Get some health on the boss. I consider him the boss, even though he's the thing on our team, because that we can kill this guy, but this guy's trying to lose us the match. Dude, he only has 200 health? Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to go a little bit more crazy than I thought. I might have to like delay him. What's that even do? That kind of helps actually. That's not good. I definitely want to kill this dude. Let's see if I can do that. Alright, the decoy should kill him. He needs to catch a heal. Oh my god, dude. This is what I'm talking about. They're so suicidal. They are super suicidal. Oh my goodness. We have to kill this archer. Die. He's just exposed himself. Alright, luckily I can go down here. Can I silence this? I cannot silence him. I can silence this guy, though. Might as well just hit both of them for damage. Yeah, he just exposed himself to a lot of enemies. That's bad. And I don't really have good ways of dealing with this. I can try to make his back a target. Maybe this dude will shoot his back. Nope. Oh my goodness, dude. This is exactly what I'm talking about. And now he's dead. Now he's dead. I did nothing wrong. I did almost nothing wrong. And now this unit has lost the match for me. I can't heal him. It's physically impossible. I'm out of resources to do any extra things. He's going to get killed by the boss. He exposed his back to the boss, which good for him. You know, proud of him for doing that. And now it's going to hit 100 and kill him, I bet. Oh my god. Nope, it one-shot someone else. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So yeah, this is why I hate Green AI. The video. I didn't think he would go for Azana. I didn't even realize. Honestly, I was just so focused on following the stupid Green AI. But this is exactly the problem with Green AI, is stupid crap like this happens all the time, where I would never be this aggressive if I had the option of being this aggressive, because it's just a bad idea. Like, why would you give up high ground to go in flat low ground and then push high ground where there's enemy mages and archers? It's like a horrible plan. But this guy kind of forces it. And then if you don't do that, if you like ice wall this, he'll like run over here and then get killed by like this thing literally happened where the enemy AI and the green AI conspired to lose the match for me. And this almost sounds like a conspiracy theory, but this dude ran all the way up here when he couldn't move down too far, and then an enemy elite blade ran all the way up over here, and then the green AI on my team kept attacking and taking 50 damage on counterattack and then killed himself. He literally killed himself by attacking a specific unit. So, yeah. Obviously, I'm going to have to restart this mission because this dude just decided to one-shot one of my units, which is a mage. She was exposed. I have to wonder if he could one-shot him. I feel like he could. I'm pretty sure he could have one-shot this guy and just caused the game over. So, but yeah, that's Green AI in a nutshell. I still have to beat this mission, obviously. But I pretty much had it solved, and then obviously he put himself in a suicidal situation. I started losing focus and just focusing on keeping him alive. I didn't notice one of my mages was exposed. And even if it wasn't, they have lethal on him. Can this guy hit him too? Yeah, this guy could have killed him. So what would have happened? Secrets would have hit him, either one-shotting him or putting him at like 10 health. This guy can run down, stab him for lethal. Then the follow-up attack would also be lethal, so it would be like 3 times over lethal damage. So he just delivered himself to the enemy, just like from before. Honestly, what I might do in this mission is teleport him at the start, like all the way back here, or actually better, like all the way over here, and then like ice wall him off, because I don't think he can climb down this very well. Yeah, maybe like ice wall him off, like let him get to like this point from running and then ice wall him. So like it's more of fighting him than the enemy. And I think that's another point, another con of green units, is that you're usually fighting the green unit more than the enemy, because you know what the enemy's going to do. You don't know what the green unit's going to do. I mean, you kind of know it's going to be suicidal, but you never know in which creative way it's going to throw for you. And that's the kind of challenge, in air quotes, because it's like if you were playing a game of chess and every like 5th move you had like a random force make a horrible move for you and then you had to recover from that position. That's what I would say green units are like. Yeah, I'm not a fan of them, Because I would rather the enemy AI just be smart and like throw different challenges at me than just have like some random dude who's like suicidal. Like the one thing I was thinking about is like the intelligence of ants. So like people would not say ants are very intelligent, right? Like they're like kind of like mindless drone, colony animals or whatever, bugs that just kind of run around and create tunnels, and they're kind of mindless. But if you ever try to kill an ant, it will try to escape. If you ever like just like tap on the ground like an inch away from an ant, like don't even kill it, just like tap on the ground near it, it will be frantic, it'll be panicked, it will try to save its own life. Green AI is less intelligent than an ant, objectively, because at least an ant has the common sense to not get itself killed on purpose. Like most ant traps are like fake food that's actually poison, so they're being tricked. Like they're literally not stupid. Green AI is dumber than an ant. It's like a lemming. Like if you ever played the game Lemmings, where they just kind of wander off cliffs, they will just wander off a cliff. This is like a general or like some high up political leader, and he has no care in the world for his own safety or his own life. He literally has delivered himself to the enemy, and the enemy just decided to flex on me and just kill a mage in one shot as a meme. But it easily could have killed him too, based on the turn order. And all of this happened. He made this all possible. I had a chill position. As Icarus pushed up, I would have like rotated his Ana back and I would have like relaxed. But because this dude pushed forward, I had to compensate for his bad plan. And honestly, most of these maps, if we're being real with ourselves, are achieved through gimmicks of like breaking the green AI, getting it stuck, teleporting it away from the enemies, blocking it off with things. This is like the easiest way to deal with green AI. And in some cases, like especially in 3 houses, if it's like if you don't have to let it live, it's usually you're better off just letting it die, because of the amount of chaos and nonsense that it brings to the table. Is not worth the... Honestly, I wish you could just let them die, because I hate them so much. And I've beaten 3 houses under weird circumstances and like done challenges and all this stuff, and nothing is more frustrating than beating something and then having some dumb thing just throw a wrench in your entire plan. And not even like throw a wrench in it, but like essentially it would be like playing a game where no one can die, and then one of your teammates just decides to troll you and just like play like an idiot and then lose you the game. It's literally like that. So yeah, that's green units. Honestly, I hate them. I think that's a fair assessment. I think they suck, and I think the bad outweigh the good, and I think it's a cheap tool to create like unfavorable positions and situations where you as the player have to accommodate for essentially someone who's dumber than an ant. And I think that's fair to say as well, because this is not intelligent AI. Why would a guy charge into battle against like 50 things and just assume he would live? He would be, if this were like actual like medieval Europe, you'd be dead in like 5 seconds. You couldn't just charge into like 100 things and survive. So it's very anime of him to assume that he can just take on all these. And then of course he has like less health. He has like 200 health too. Like they could at least make him a little bit durable. Like 200 health. Like Julio's more durable, and he's not even like, he even has higher defense. Yeah, this is, what about, and I think better evasion? No, he has worse evasion. But, they gave him 5 move too, so he can rush into his death faster. I mean, at least you get some head start turns, but this is the second time I've failed this particular mission because of this guy. Straight up. Like 100%. Like if you just sit here with some mages, the enemy approaches you, you kill them, easily beaten. Zero skill, brain dead, don't even need to think. Completely easy. And then he like creatively gets himself killed and loses the game for you. I know I'm gonna beat this too on Deathless. It's just annoying, honestly. That's like this things like this are the reason why I made this video. It just feels cheap. It literally feels like I'm playing chess, and then all of a sudden someone's just like sacking my queen for me, and it's like, all right, now win the game. It's like, I mean, I guess that is a challenge in a way, but it's not a challenge. It's not like my opponent's smarter. It's not like my opponent's bringing interesting things to the table or like outsmarting me or doing smart plays, because apparently it's too hard to code AI that's actually smart and makes smart decisions and does things that are logical. Instead, the AI is often just like pumped up with, damage. They have more damage and health than you, and they just kill you in 2 hits, and you kill them in 10 hits, and you have to jump through hoops to kill them, and they just effortlessly, mindlessly charge into you and kill you. I think our standards for strategy games are kind of like low, and our expectations are low as well, because all of the hard strategy games hinge on this like damage bullshit, where like the game itself isn't even really hard. It's just like this artificial difficulty. Because like if you play chess, it's very balanced. It's very 1-to-1. White has a slight advantage, but assuming you know how to equalize the position, it's a very skill-based game, and the difficulty depends on the skill of the opponent. And in these strategy games, it doesn't depend on the skill of the opponent. It depends on the threat of the opponent. Like you always have fewer units than the enemy. They always deal more damage than you. They always have all these advantages you don't have. They have better stats than you. They have like, you know, especially in like Fire Emblem Three Houses, you're fighting like 30, 40 things at a time. But this is a perfect example of a green unit throwing. This is the textbook definition of a green unit throwing. I'm actually glad this happened, because originally I was just going to do this Deathless video, but the fact that he actually lost this mission for me, because I'm trying to do Deathless, no one can die, is perfect in a way. Because if this was like Fire Emblem, this is permadeath, that'd be a dead unit. But yeah, that's it for this one. I don't like really hate green units. They're just like mildly annoying at best, but I think it's like a cheap way to do difficulty. I feel like game developers tend to not do the good hard thing, and they tend to do the fastest, easiest thing. And now obviously they're trying to make money, and making games is hard and all these other things. But I feel like in 2022 we should be able to have AI behavior trees that allow for interesting strategy games. And I'm kind of getting tired of like things like this, and I would rather the enemies actually. I would love if the enemies were like, all right, they're holding a position. I would love for the enemies to even recognize that I'm holding a position, and then they like respond to that. They're like, all right, he's holding a position. We will start to flank him. Even just something like that, where like they see like what I'm up to. Or like if they push me, they actually like slow pushed and try to get their like units in good positions, and you know, get their archers in a certain position and keep their mages safe. But you saw earlier that their mages just rushed right in, which is not something that an actual mage would do. So yeah. But that being said, I'm gonna have to rebeat this mission, and now this is just a general video on green units. So yeah, thanks for checking this out. Definitely like and subscribe if you enjoyed this type of video. I'm going to be making more of these types of videos where I just talk about different things in strategy games, what I like about them, what I don't like about them. Overall though, like even in like Fire Emblem, the difficulty is usually from just like damage scaling. Like these enemies hit really hard. Don't get hit. It's like, okay. Instead of the strategy being like, these enemies are really smart, they're going to outsmart you. Like, can we get a strategy game where it's like these enemies will outsmart you? And then you have to be smarter than them and actually like respond to what they're doing in real time. Because in the current form, like most of these games can be beaten with basic strategies. And once someone knows the strategy, anyone can beat it. So yeah, that's my video on green units. Thanks for checking this out, and peace.